all right. You guys look so good today. What are you guys using?
Youth enhancement system.
You guys are using everything, right? The whole yes system. So it's an honor and a privilege to be here in front of all of you guys today. I commend you on promoting the West Coast Regional. And I want you guys to make the agreement today with yourselves that this will be the smallest room we ever pack out here on the West Coast, okay? Let's make sure to double and triple in size, and let's make sure that when we leave this event, we leave taking action, so that way the next time we have an event here, it is 2 to 3 times bigger than this. You guys agree? Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. So my name is Calvin Becerra. My beautiful wife Shannon is up in the front. I would have her on stage, but then you guys wouldn't pay attention to me. So I've learned that mistake a while back. But I want to talk to you guys today about the perfect launch. And someone was on stage today and they asked if you guys had ever actually read the game plan, if you guys understand the game plan from front to back. And every single hand in the audience should have been raised. That's the difference between the people that can walk across the stage and the people that will just stay in those seats. Just little instructions like that. There's an instruction manual for our business, but you have to be willing to follow those directions. If you don't, you're not going to be able to put it together the right way. Have you guys ever saw your kids on Christmas morning and they're so excited to open their presents and they get a toy that you have to put together, which you guys dread, and you said, forget about the instructions, this thing's easy enough, and you put the toy together, but then at the end, there were 3 screws left over, a couple bolts. It's not going to work the right way. So there's an instruction manual for your business, and in that instruction manual, it talks about the perfect launch, and I want to explain to you what the perfect launch means to me and how to really launch your business, okay? Because you might have launched your business already, but some of you guys are going to launch your business over and over and over again, like I have done a few times over the last 9 years with my experience in this industry. So some of you who are brand new here today because a guest brought you, or someone who's just got started in their business, your perfect launch is going to start now, and you're in the perfect place to learn from the perfect person. But for those of you who've already launched before and you say, I need to restart again, I need to get my business and kickstart it, I can restart my business too. It doesn't matter if you've already started your business before, you can restart it again. But now you can launch it the perfect way. So it starts with your first 48. Your first 48 hours from when you make the decision to actively launch your business. Because it's within those first 48 hours where you have to be able to create a story. You have to create a story for all those new people that you want to share your business with. You have to create a story for people who are skeptical. You have to create a story for those people that are close to you. You have to create a story for your people's people. For when they come and ask you, what has been your experience in the business? Because most people who think negatively about this experience have had the most horrible stories. And that's why they're negative. That's why they're skeptical. They've been involved in this business before, but their story wasn't one like yours could be. And they just need someone to help them create that perfect launch. So the first 48 hours is very critical. And this is what you have to do in those first 48 hours. The first thing you need to do is you need to identify your key people to contact. Okay? Just the same as putting together a list, but in the game plan it talks about 2 sources of people. Your 10 easiest and your 10 best. Your 10 easiest, that's simple. Those are the people who are closest to you. Those are like family members and friends. Those are actually people that trust you, right? How many of you actually have friends that trust you? Some of you do, some of you don't, okay? Right? There's another story there to that, right? Those are the 10 easiest. And if you have more than 10, write them down. It's important. Have your easiest people there. Because those people are going to help you as well, believe it or not. And then you want to write a list of your 10 best. Okay? Your 10 best are people who, if they called 20 people today and invited them to a meeting, all 20 would show up. Those are people who are already successful. They're business owners. They know a lot of people. I like to call those people my S's, I's, and O's. When I'm putting together my list of all the people I know, I try to put little letters next to the name of whoever's on that list that has ever been successful before, past or present. I'm going to put an S next to the name. Successful people. People that are influential. They have a huge influence over what other people decide and over other people's lives. Those are the influential people. I put an I next to their name. And people that are outgoing. Those are your friends, or those are the people you know who are the life of the party. People always just want to be around them, and they'll get involved with whatever they're involved in. Right? Successful, influential, or outgoing people. Those are what I like to call the go-getters. Those are the people that, with or without you, will go create a huge business for you. They'll look to the people who are successful, see their story, and without you, they're gone. Right? That was like me when I started this business at 26 years old. I was excited. I'd had success already in my life. I didn't worry about what my neighbor was doing or what the guy up the street who was involved in my business was doing. I didn't worry about the person who wasn't successful or even the person who was having success. I looked at the leaders in my company and I wanted to know their story, and that motivated me to go take action. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing: action. That's really what it's about. If you don't take action, you'll never have anything. You can come here as much as you want and get inspired and motivated, go home, play with your kids, get excited, but on Monday morning, it's gone again. So you have to take action, right? So identify the key people to contact, your 10 easiest and your 10 best. And the target is to contact those people within your first 48 hours of relaunching or launching your business. In the next 48 hours, you want to contact these people, okay? The 10 easiest, that's easy to call and contact, share products, share your story. You let them know why they'd be great, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but you can leverage your upline. If you have some successful people, some influential, some outgoing people you think would be great at this business, you can leverage your upline to go meet with those people after you've done a couple things right first, and I'll teach you that in a second. But that's your target, to contact those people immediately. Don't wait on it. You need to create a story as quickly as possible. Your goal should be to become an executive again, or become an executive for the first time in the next 48 hours. Some of you can do it that quickly. Some of you, it can take you a week. But you want to do it as quickly as possible because, again, it's about the story. The key to this business, okay, there's no secret. The key to this business is becoming an executive and teaching others how to do the same thing. Why? Because there's a financial opportunity here. And the best way you can show that to people is by making income, producing income. And the quickest way you can do it is by becoming an executive. So you want to create that story for people right away. You want to create that proof for people that this thing does work. Look what he did. Look what she did. Look what I did. That's important. That's your goal. Your goal should be to get 2 new distributors involved from your list of your 10 easiest and your 10 best, and also 2 new customers. Customers are what will drive your business and take it on forever. It's the residual income portion of your business. The people that are here because of the product will always take the product. The people that are here because of the business most likely won't be here 90 days from now. Okay? Unless they're plugged into the right resources and they're willing to go out there and take action. The funny thing about people is most of them aren't willing. They talk a lot, but they do a little. But all you need in this business is a little people to do something to go a long way. That's important. So there's your goal. Now let me tell you what to do the rest of your first week. It's very, very important. The rest of your first week, you should already have received your product, and now you should be building your own story. You should be taking the products yourself. There's so many people I've met in this business who they've been in the business for 2 or 3 months, and they're complaining or they're getting negative because they're not having the success that they wanted, and they've maybe only tried one of the many products our company has. And they're wondering why they're not having success. They're wondering why they have no stories to share with people. So you have to be a product of the product. It's the youth enhancement system for a reason, because it's a system of products that you have to understand and you have to be willing to try yourself so you can create your own stories with some of those products. Some of the products might not work for you like they work for others. It doesn't matter, there are more to try. Find a few that you can create your own story with, and that's what's important. It doesn't matter that you can't confidently talk about this product when he or she can. You can confidently talk about this product when he or she can't. That's what you have to focus on. Subscribe to the Jeunesse Global YouTube channel. That's what I did when I first got started in this business not too long ago. I wanted to know everything about every single product. And I didn't want to hear it from some person who maybe didn't even know what they're talking about. Because there's a lot of people out there that are trying to sound like doctors and scientists, and they don't know half about the product, and they don't even take the product. So I wanted to go on the YouTube channel and find my own testimonies. I wanted to see the company's perspective and their story about each product. And I watched all the products, and I got motivated, and I learned the science. And as I started looking at the products, I started to research the doctors. And I saw their history and their background, and that got me even more motivated. I realized that this wasn't a company that develops products. They're a company that finds the best products worldwide and brings in the best doctors who've created them. That's what got me motivated. I went on there to learn everything about the business, the compensation plan, the founders. I built my belief in the company through that channel right there. Get to know your replicated website. Do you know you have a replicated website that you can send people to? You don't have to do all the talking. You can send them there, and they're going to find the videos. They're going to see all the great things that Jeunesse does for people. You're going to send a customer there, and they're going to want to be a distributor, possibly after going to that website. You use your website as a tool. Get to know your replicated website. How do you use it? How can people go there and enroll themselves? Kasai was talking about J-Mobile. Understand that app, because that's a tool for you to succeed. And that's all you need to do is use these tools. And guess what? The business is going to look more attractive to people who see there are tools to be had in this business. Yeah. Have your first home meeting with your peers and the easiest people. Everybody should have their first business overview, whether it's at your home, a local hotel, your place of business. You should be wanting to invite everybody you know that trusts you to come see what you're getting involved in. You want to get their opinion. You want them to try the products. You might be building your business outside of your friends and family, and you're letting them know that, but you're saying, I'd love for you to be a customer. Because I want testimonies of people that are close to me rather than people who I don't know. When you have your first meeting, contact more of the best people, and use your upline to talk to them. 3-way calls, 2-way calls, Skype calls, one-on-ones, 2-on-ones, webinars. Leverage the leadership to share the vision with your best people, because now they see I can use them too and I can leverage that as well. Attend as many business building activities as possible. And there's no way that you can't say there aren't any, because every leader in this company always shows where their meetings are. They have their conference calls. Kasai is doing the hangouts on Saturday. The corporate team's doing their hangouts during the months, talking about where we are as a company. There are live hangouts that are on air. You can go to local meetings. Like I said, conference calls. Utilize everything you can and show up to everything, plug into everything, so you can start learning the language of this business, and everything starts to become natural for you. That's what you're going to do the rest of the week. And then the rest of the month, I would really advise you to read GoPro. Has anyone in here read this book? Right? Has anyone here made the decision to go pro? Okay, that has to do with taking action. But I want you to pay particular attention, even if you have to read it over and over again for the first month, and this is all you read, to chapters 4 and 5. That's the first 2 skills of Go Pro by Eric Worre. The first one is finding prospects, okay? Now, when you go out and find prospects, you're going to be one of 3 people yourself, and you have to be able to identify today which person you are and which person you want to become. The first one is the posers. That's 80% of people. 80% of your team are posers. My team too, okay? 80% of people are posers. Those are the ones that talk the talk and walk the walk and tell you about all their dreams and everything that they want, but they don't do anything. It's like going in one ear and out the other. You hear it, you acknowledge it, but you pray that it happens, but really it doesn't. And it's their decision. Those are the posers, okay? They're the people that never have ever written down their written list, haven't read the game plan, don't even understand it. And they get so discouraged because 2 of the 4 people they have in their mental memory don't want to get involved, and they get so discouraged. And they aren't even focused on developing the skills in the business in that book. Then you have the amateurs. These people have actually written their list, but the smaller their list gets, the more they let fear creep in. Okay? These are the people that think the list is the way that this business works. I'm running out of people. Oh my gosh, my business is going to die. And they don't think that the skills are what you really need in this business. Those are the amateurs. And then you have the professionals. The professionals are the people that have built a comprehensive list. They've not only written down the names of the 10 easiest and 10 best, but they have a whole list of people through their phone book, through their database, through their emails. And then they also have names that they can think of off of those people's names, like their friends and their family and people they can leverage those people with. And those are the people who network on purpose. The professionals are the people who see opportunity all day long, while the posers and amateurs are doing their daily life, daily routines, doing their errands, taking their kids to school, coaching their basketball teams, going to work and back, going to the grocery store, taking their dry cleaning. They don't notice anybody. They say, there's nobody out there. And the professionals say, they're everywhere. I have my dry cleaner, I have my kids' teacher, the coaches, the parents of the team. I have the lady at the grocery store. I went to lunch this day, and the server was so nice. They're building this active candidate list that continues to grow and grow and grow every day of their life. Those are the professionals. So you can make the decision on which one you want to be after you leave here today. The second skill is inviting prospects to understand your product and opportunity. And when you're out there, after you put your list together and you're sharing this business with new people, you're going to be 1 or 2 types of people. You're going to be either the hunter or you're going to be the farmer. I know the hunter sounds so cool, but not in this business. The hunter, those are the people that go out and they try to call everybody they know and they try to pitch people on their business. They have a pitch. And those are the people that actually end up scaring everybody away because people feel hunted. Right? Those are the hunters. And they're sending out mass text to people and they're thinking that those are ways you expose people to the business. And then you have the farmer. The farmer are the people who build their business with education and understanding. Wow. Instead of being sharks, those people act more like coaches to people. They're giving people advice. They're using this business as a way to solve problems for people, whether it's health or financial health. Right? These are the people that genuinely care about people, and they're putting themselves in those people's shoes and figuring out the right time to engage people in the business or with the products. And they're doing one of 2 things. One, they're either sharing a tool with them First of all, they're sharing a tool with those people to see the business or the product for the first time, whether it's a video, an online webinar, or even the product. And then they're following up with inviting them to see the business or a webinar. It's so simple. That's what it's about. Those are the farmers, right? So they have a very special formula to invite people to see the business. And it's called the invitation formula. It's in GoPro. So these things that I'm teaching you right now, you're going to find in that book. So when you leave here, get that book as soon as you can, whether it's audio or paperback, highlight it, and memorize this stuff. The invitation formula, there are eight steps to a proper invitation. 1 is to be in a hurry. 2, compliment the prospect. 3, make the invitation. 4, if I would you. 5, get the time commitment, confirm the time commitment, schedule the next call, and get off the call. 1, be in a hurry. Right? If you're in a hurry, I don't have a lot of time to talk right now, but it was really important I contacted you. Okay? Now's not the time, but okay, I gotta leave quickly, but. So you're in a hurry and you're just stressing urgency. People are attracted to other people who are in a hurry because they feel like those people are important. Yeah. And if you're in a hurry, you can get the invitation across the quickest. So be in a hurry. Compliment the prospect. Okay? The next step, right? You've always supported me in everything I did, and I really appreciate that. There's a compliment. Okay? Here's another compliment. You've always been successful, and I've always respected the way you've done business. Okay? Here's another compliment. You gave us absolutely the best service we can ask for today. Thank you. Okay? There's all these different types of compliments. And then, for as long as I've known you, you've always been the best at what you do for a living. You're complimenting the person. The third step is to make the invitation. Okay? Make the invitation. Whether it's the cold market or the warm market. I'm giving you examples, and you're going to be able to see all these in the book. But you might follow with saying to somebody, our company is expanding in your area. Would you do me a favor and take a look at it for me? There's one for you, okay? There's an invitation for you. Or you could say, okay, so our company's expanding. Okay, make the invitation. You could say, if you're talking about the products, because most of us are looking for customers, you can say, a friend of mine shared with me this amazing product the other day, and Mark, knowing that you treat your body like a temple, I think you would love this Zen product line. Okay, now you're inviting them maybe to see the product for the first time. Okay, you're getting these different examples. And then you're following up with, if I would you, the most important part. Okay, if I shared you a link to a website, would you be able to take a look at it? If I shared with you a 7-day sample of our product, would you be willing to try it? If I would you. If I sent you a link to an invitation-only webinar, would you be able to get on it? If I gave you the phone number to an invitation-only conference call, would you be willing to jump on tonight? If I would you. And then from there, you get the commitment. Most likely they're going to say yes. You've complimented them. They feel good about themselves now. You've invited them to see something for the first time, and you're going to get the commitment. They're going to say yes. There's one yes. And then you're going to say, okay, great. When would you be willing to look at it? Take a pause. Let them answer you. They might say Tuesday night. Okay, great, Tuesday night. So if I called you Wednesday afternoon, would you have already watched it? Sure. There's the second one, right? So now you got the time commitment. You've confirmed the time commitment now. So now you've got 3 yeses altogether. If I would you, yes. Get the commitment, confirm the time commitment. What I want you to know about this third yes is that now they've set the appointment, not you. They've said yes once, if I would you. They've said yes twice, I would have watched it by then. They said yes, if I called you, you would have already watched it. There's 3 times. And now what you're going to do is schedule the next call. Is this a great number to reach you at on Wednesday night? Yes, it is. If not, what's a better number to reach you at? Schedule the next call. What I want you to know that's really important before I close here is that if you say, if I sent you a link to a website, would you be willing to look at it? If I sent you a link to a video, would you be willing to watch it? Most likely they're going to say yes. If all you do is stop there, your chances of them even opening that is 5%. That's it. Most of you stop there. When you get the commitment, not once, twice, but 3 times, the chances of them opening that website, watching the webinar, getting on the call, goes from 5% to 80%. That is amazing. It's just getting the commitment. They've set the appointment. They've said yes time and time again. It sinks in their head, and now they're committed to you. Okay, and then what you do is you get off the call. Okay, thanks, gotta run, bye. As quickly as possible. You're in a hurry, remember? You complimented them, right? You've invited them to see something. If I would you, you've got the time commitment. Okay, great. I'll send it in a few minutes. Got to run by. That's it. They've made the commitment to you. That's the invitation formula, and you'll learn more about that in GoPro. The last thing I want to leave you with is for you to make the decision to become as independent as possible, as quickly as possible. Yes, it's great for you to leverage the events, leverage the leadership, leverage these corporate functions, leverage the local meetings. But until you start doing these things on your own, with your own group of people, doing your own calls, doing your own local meetings, doing your own one-on-ones, helping your teams do two-on-ones, you're going to still be at the back of the bus in this business, at the back of the room, making the lowest paychecks. You have to be willing to become independent. Fortunately for me, when I got started in this business 9 years ago, my neighbor who shared this business with me pushed me out of the nest after 4 weeks. And he said, "You're on your own now. I got other people that are interested in this business. You have all the tools. You know where all the meetings are. You have the presentation. You have the products. What else do you need?" And I realized that this was my business. And from that day forward, I went off and created one of the biggest businesses of any young person in this industry. That's the incredible part. So I want you guys to respect yourself and honor the commitments that you guys make. Thank you.
Yes.